Good morning, guys. So a full day of eating on a rest day. I haven't done one of these in a while. Well, I always do full days of eating, but not on a rest day. And now I'm getting deeper into the off season. I do a bit more of like a if it fits your macros approach. I don't like at all really compared to some people. I still got like a meal plan which I follow for a lot of my meals, but then if I fancy anything else I'll just fit it in type thing. So main reason being is when I was finishing my prep, if I did that, the whole like rest of the day I'd just be completely off. Reason being is during like post show and during the show, obviously during prep, well during prep I was quite diligent, but during post show, if I ate something off my normal meal plan which was made for me by myself for like satiety and for taste and like a good balance of all of it, if I ate something off that, it was usually less like satiating. I'd eat it, I'd really like it, I'd be starving, so I'd end up either overeating or I'd end up just not being satisfied with the meal and it wasn't worth it. Whereas now, hunger signaling is basically back to where it is. Like, I'm always a really hungry person anyway. I'm quite fatty at heart. So, but hunger signaling for me now is it's like normal. I'm never really like full, but I'm not like that hungry in between meals now. If I'm distracted, I don't think about food at all. Whereas if I'm sitting there bored all day, then obviously I'll be there thinking, oh, that sounds nice. So yeah, now if I fancy something slightly off plan, obviously I will. So most of the time I'll keep it within my macros or within like a macro target, and then once or twice a week I'll have a meal with Faye where we just go out and we just don't really track it, that sort of thing. So that's where I'm at. My calories at the moment on a rest day are still about 3,100. I'm gaining at a decent rate. I've been on these macros now, 3,900 on training day and 3,100 on a rest day for like 2 months, 3 months, and my body's still climbing it. Well, if anything, a bit too fast. So no changes to macros at the moment. Steps still 9,000. I would like to do 10, but my legs slowly, touch wood, starting to recover, so I just like leave it like it is. I'm on the way to the gym now to do cardio. I know I look like an absolute scruff. I have got a haircut booked because it's been like 2 months since I had a haircut, so that's booked in 4 hours, I think. So on the way to the gym now, just for cardio today, which I never really do on its own, but it means I won't have to do it on one of the weekend days after legs tomorrow, so I'll save that. So I'll do cardio now. Then I'll go back, I'll have meal one. I've got to meet my sister for a coffee in an hour, which I won't film because she won't want to be on camera herself. So that'll be in Cafe Nero. And then I'll probably stay there and do a bit of work. I've got some work to do today. And then I'll go off to do my haircut. That's really, really cool, isn't it? So I won't record cardio because you guys know what cardio is. It's me on a bike moving. My cardio target at the moment is 100 minutes a week. No, it's not. My cardio target at the moment is 80 minutes a week. So I'll just do like 20 minutes 4 times. I've done 20 minutes so far this week, so I'll probably do like half an hour today maybe, and then I've only got well, whatever's left. I can't be able to work it out. 30 minutes. A general structure for food today is 4 meals at the moment. I might have a 5th meal, which will just be like a protein shake. The first meal will be something you've all seen before. I usually have a post-workout on a training day, and that'll be my yogurt meal, which you'll see. Protein target is 230, so it is quite high. I know it is. It's more. It's like 1.5 grams per pound of body weight, which is like, you know, most people recommend 1 pound. There's no point in having more. I like having more. I like the taste of protein. All my meals, if I had a gram of protein per pound of body weight, that'd be 180 grams a day. Let's say 5 meals. That's 45 grams of protein per meal. I'm on high-ish food, so like maybe 30 grams of that would come from highly bioavailable protein. So it wouldn't be that big of protein servings. It'd be like half a chicken breast, or it'd be like a poverty amount of beef mince, or a scoop of whey. And I like the taste of protein. I don't like to have a tiny amount of chicken, sort of thing, and I want to make sure that all the protein I'm getting, well, I want to make sure that I'm getting at least a gram per pound of body weight of highly bioavailable protein. So the other half a gram is just for trace proteins really, and satiety and for taste. And there's no evidence to suggest that it's going to be bad for me, and all the evidence to suggest that you don't need more. And you got to remember, a lot of these studies aren't on like people that are like long-term gym users or bodybuilders or whatever, or natural bodybuilders. So I mean, some of them are, but that's the average. The average is recommended to be like a gram per pound of body weight in general across the literature. Some say 0.82, but there's a good consensus of like a gram per pound of body weight. But that's the average. There's still people on either end of that. That means some people don't need anywhere near a gram per pound of body weight. And that means some people will still getting benefits way after and above and beyond a gram per pound of body weight. If you look at some of the studies, some of the people were still getting benefits of increasing their protein intake all the way up to like 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Some outliers responded even better to more protein. So there's no harm in doing so. I have the calories to spare. It's not ruining an appetite. It digests really, really well. I like the taste. It's not that expensive. People say protein can be really expensive, and they can be, but not if you're not stupid. So yeah, that's my argument. That's my kick-off in the morning. So I've woken up, I've had a coffee, which I didn't record. It was just a normal Americano with some milk. I don't track the milk, but I only have 1 to 3 coffees a day, or decaf coffees or whatever, but they all have a little bit of milk in them. I don't track it. I didn't in prep, I don't now. Just don't be a bell end. If you are dieting, don't be increasing the milk, so you basically have a latte at the end of prep. Yeah, so I didn't record that. Had my supplements, had 1.5 litres of water, I've got another 1.5 litres here. I don't have electrolytes anymore because I just put a gram of salt and a gram of low salt in my water, and I get basically the same benefits without magnesium. It just saves me like 70p a serving, so it's not expensive electrolytes, but it does add up. Every day, do you really need to spend £20 a month on electrolytes? If you like them, do what you want. But anyway, that is enough of me waffling. I'm going to go into the gym, which I'm here now. I'm going to do some cardio. If I have time, I'll do some abs, but I don't think I will, because I need to go home, have a shower, because like I said, I'm an absolute mess at the moment. Then I need to go and see my sister and get my hair finally cut. I do need to shave my beard as well, but I won't be spoiling you guys with that in this video. I usually wait till like Sunday to do that, and it's Friday today, because then like I can drag it out across the week. No one sees me on a Sunday, or Saturday really. But yeah, let's go and do some cardio. So guys, we are back for meal 1. I was like thinking of doing abs if I had time, so I did do abs, definitely didn't have time, so I've only got like 5 minutes to eat this now before I go and meet my sister. I came home, had a shower, all that sort of stuff, still need to have a haircut. I've got meal 1 here, which as you can see, it's 450 grams of skyr, so it's just a whole like pot of skyr yogurt just for ease. I've got an apple, raspberries, blueberries, oats, honey on top, and that's not poo, that's almond butter. Unfortunately, the apple isn't a pink lady. So pink ladies, as you all know, are like the goat of apples. That's like just a royal gala, and it's only because they had no pink ladies when I went to Aldi, I think, the other day. But I went to Asda afterwards, and there was pink ladies, so I bought pink ladies as well. But I know if I don't eat these now, when they go to that weird soft texture, I'm just not going to eat them. So I've got that. Macros and that will be on the screen. It's a meal that I basically have a lot of days. I have this on rest days and then weekends post-workout. So at least 4 days a week, sometimes 5. I really like it because it's just really flexible. You can meet your macros. It's full of micros. On a training day, I'll usually remove the peanut butter, or in this case, it's almond butter. And then I'll just add more honey and more dates for the carbs. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to have this now, rush off to see my sister for a coffee, do a bit of work, and then probably catch you guys either on the way to my haircut or at home for meal 2. So yeah, see you in a bit. So I've just finished having a coffee with my sister. It was very nice to catch up. Even though we live so close to each other, my whole family do, like my immediate family. I'm one of 4, and well, 3 girls and myself, and my parents, and we're all within walking distance of each other. But we're obviously all busy in our own lives. My sisters all have kids, so you don't really see each other. So we literally sat down for like an hour and a half, just waffling away. So as nice as it was to catch up with her, I have loads of work to catch up on now, because I was going to stay there after the coffee and do extra work, but I've got my haircut in about 30-40 minutes in a different town altogether. So I'm off to go and get my haircut now, and then I might go back to that coffee shop to do work, but I'll probably be home first to have a meal. So obviously I'll show you guys that meal. But I thought I'd jump in here quickly just to say, if you're in an off season, make sure, don't do what I do. Don't leave your haircuts and things like that until last minute and get scruffy, because let's be honest, we all like getting leaner. Okay, it feels like shit half the time, but like you like to look better, you look leaner, your face comes in, you take care of yourself more because you're just kind of more on it, because obviously you've got less food to focus on. But if you're in an off season and you're one of these people that's quite susceptible to feeling a bit crappy when you're putting on body fat and that sort of thing, and having to let go of that leaner look, just take care of yourself. Now, I say do the opposite of me, because I really don't do it. I haven't had a haircut in like 10, 12 weeks now. Mainly because it's like £25 where I live for some reason. And like, as you can clearly tell, I really don't care that much about the way I look. I'm a bit too much like the opposite of that, unfortunately. I should care more. I literally, as you've probably seen in all the videos, I kind of stay in the same clothes. I kind of just like live the same life. I'm quite happy with where I am. Obviously I take care of myself, I clean myself, I shave and that sort of thing. But in terms of like my general aesthetics, I'm quite happy with who I am, but that's why I don't do that. But even I, who doesn't really care too much about how I looked in the mirror the other day, saw my hair and thought, no, this needs sorting out. I look like an absolute scruff bag. So off to go and get a haircut now, and as you probably guessed, the goal is to get it as short as possible so I don't have to go back again anytime soon. I'm quite lucky to have hair. Obviously the hair's starting to thin, I'm getting old now, but I'm lucky to have hair, so I need to take care of it, I think. So I'll go and do that now. I'll probably catch you guys when I get home for meal number 2. Maybe that'll be like midday-ish, so I might only have 4 meals today and get rid of that protein snack altogether. We'll see the day takes us, and after that I'll go and crack on with some work. But for now, I'm off to go and get my haircut. So guys, I've had my haircut finally. It's been like I said 10-12 weeks. It's not the best style, I understand that. My goal with hair is basically to keep it as simple as possible. So now I just have to wake up, have a shower, put a bit of like wax or hairspray in it. It takes about 2 minutes, if that, and then I'm good for the day. So it's just fair dues to the guys that have these fancy, big, cool hairstyles. I haven't, well, I was going to say I haven't got the time. I haven't got the time, but I prioritise other things instead. If you care about your hair, that's great. You care about your hair. The next meal is this. It looks quite small actually, it's massive. So it's 100 grams of rice that I make into like a weird pilau rice myself. I just boil it. It's not a pilau rice. Any people that can make pilau rice will probably be shouting at me now. It's literally just cinnamon, turmeric, herbs, chicken stock, all thrown into the pan when I boil the rice, and that's it. Some very, very little extra calories, just for taste really. I have 200 grams of chicken raw weight. I have a stir fry mix, which I didn't make myself, I just bought it from Asda. It's peppers, carrots, cabbage, I think. So I just fried it all together. I've got the other half for later with my next meal. And then some Nando's sauce, the mild, because I'm a wimp, and some olive oil, but again, macros will be here. Olive oil, just because I have the calories to spare and I like olive oil. I've not had a chance to do any work yet, just because I've been busy with my hair and sorting the house out and that sort of thing. So it's about 1:45 now, so I'll eat this, sort out the house a bit more, do a boatload of work. I'll probably have another coffee with that work, because the one I had with my sister was only a decaf. This one definitely won't be. And then I'll probably just do like a big 4-hour work block before my next meal. So I'll catch you guys for the next meal. So I've ended up coming into my room to do my work, because I didn't really want to spend more money on a coffee when I have a nice coffee machine here. And also by the time I drive to Nero and Park, it's like another half an hour just kind of wasted. So I thought I'd just stop being a pussy and go to my spare room and do work. The reason I come to my spare room is there's like general housework to do downstairs. Not loads, just like the pots. There's a few pots to do and there's hoovering to do. So if that's not been done, I can't focus until it's been done. And if I start doing that, then I just start cleaning the whole house that I don't need to do. With the spare room, as you can see behind me, it's an absolute shithole at the moment. It needs a lot of work doing to it. So because it needs a lot of work doing to it, for some reason I don't mind the fact it's untidy. I don't know, maybe that makes sense to some of you. Doesn't really make sense to me. So I'm doing my work in here. No distraction, phase out at the moment. So I've done about 2.5 hours so far, and then I did a half an hour walk on just the indoor treadmill downstairs because it was raining. And I just edited some of this video that you're watching now. I'll probably do the rest of my steps outdoors later. I've got about 2,000 left after my meal 3. Well, my next meal, because I live on a mountain. I live on a really nice mountain, and I need to stop making excuses as to why I can't go out in the rain. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to crack on with another hour and a half, 2 hours of work now before my next main meal. And that'll bring me to 6 o'clock. So that'll be a good 5 hours of work. And then after that, I'll go for my last walk, come back, maybe do another hour of work if I need to, and then chill for the evening. I've got one more meal, which you probably all know what it is. Because I'm so hungry, because it's been 2.5 hours, well, it's been 3 hours now, I did 2.5 hours of work and some steps. I'm pretty hungry, and my next meal was pretty big, so I've kind of broken it down. I've kind of shrunk this next meal, and I'm going to have a protein bar now. I don't really have protein bars. Got nothing against them. I just don't think they've got the best quality protein, and I don't really think they're worth, most of them aren't really worth the taste for the calories. Like, even if I was dieting, I'd rather have a protein shake and like a Mars bar if I was going to have chocolate. Better quality protein, and it tastes nicer. But some protein bars, like the Snickers one and the Mars one, are actually quite nice. So I'll have them. I don't know if it's even all right. I bought these when I went to a festival in August. They're all right for another 6 months. But yeah, I don't really have them. More so about just choice. I just rather have other things, if that makes sense. But while I'm working from home, I know that once I've thought about it and I remembered I had it, I'm gonna have it. And I've got another coffee here. This coffee is decaf, because I've had 2 caffeinated coffees today, and I am trying to cut down. What I want to do is enter my next diet phase with very low caffeine tolerance, maybe like 1 coffee a day or none, just so that I can utilise caffeine more appropriately when I need to as a tool. But otherwise, I'm going to stop waffling on, and I'm going to start cracking on with some work. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. So I've lied to you all. I said I was going to go out into the great outdoors to get my final few steps boxed off. There's not a chance. It's really cold. It's not even that cold. It's about 9 degrees, 10 degrees. Because I've been sitting there doing work, I've just gotten really cold. So I thought I'd get the final few steps boxed off now with my dressing gown on, so I can kind of get a bit warmed up. I might even put the heating on for the first time this year and bite the bullet. I know when I put the heating on, Faye will come home, she'll feel the warmth, and the heating will then be on like almost all day every day, because she likes the heating. So I'm a bit like dubious about putting it on. So we'll see. It's not windy, it's not rainy, I'm just lazy. I might like sit with my meal and look out the window upstairs, just so I can kind of get like a bit of an outdoor feel. So after this, what I'll do is I'll do another half an hour of work. It's about 5:30 now. So I've only got 10 minutes of steps left, and I'll do about half an hour more of work. And then I'll get my 4th meal, technically, if you include that Snickers bar as a meal. And then I've got 1 meal later on. So the last 2 meals will be quite close together, because they'll be about an hour and a half apart, which isn't ideal for digestion. But the next meal is, you'll see it's very fast digesting, so I'm not worried about that at all. And I like going to bed with a full stomach. It doesn't impact sleep at all whatsoever. And then I also train legs tomorrow morning after one meal. So I quite like pushing most of my carbs today to the back end of the day anyway, just to fuel that. Well, poison's fuck all, but mentally makes me feel better. For now, I'm gonna finish these steps, do a bit more editing, and I'll catch you guys for the next meal. So guys, we are done with work for the day. It's actually, well, just gone 6:30. It's about 20 to 7 now, so a bit later than I wanted to, but a lot more work was done than I planned to do. So still wearing my dressing gown, still looking like a scruff. This meal, so I went through the cupboard the other day, like the grocery cupboard, and there was tins of tuna that had been there. There's like 14 tins that must have been there for 2 or 3 years. That's like the last time I had tuna. So this meal is obviously tuna. Only 1 tin of tuna because my calories are quite high, so I don't need 2 tins. That's like 50 grams of protein alone from the tuna. So 1 tin's enough. It's still 25 grams of protein and it is highly bioavailable. Bioavailable. 35 grams of lighter than light mayo. No, it's not lighter than light mayo. 35 grams of, so I don't know if you can see that. It's Heinz. It's seriously good mayonnaise light. So Hellmann's lighter than light mayo is okay. It's better calories, but Heinz, it's worth the extra calories. It's so much nicer. But this is the lighter mayo because you don't want to waste calories, and the light one doesn't taste that much like worse than the full fat one. So that's why I've got that. I've got 100 grams of pasta because again, I just found pasta in the cupboard. I hope it's in date. I haven't got sweet corn. I've got the mixed veg stir fry from before. So, I mean, it's not the most appetizing looking. Some people have sweet corn in the pasta. I'm not gross, so I don't have sweet corn in pasta. I'm actually, that microwave then, I'm preparing my meals for tomorrow. So, well, tomorrow, the weekend really, I'm at Intras. So the cream of rices are my pre-workout for tomorrow and Sunday. And then the intra-workout drinks again are for tomorrow and Sunday. Reason being is I had the time. Like the amount of times I see people cooking something like rice or like pasta, for example, and they'll just stand there stirring the pasta. Like you've got 15, 20 minutes to do with stuff. Just like save your meal prep. If you're, I mean, you can do meal prep every day, obviously if you've got the time, but if you're like struggling for time or you've got other things to do, make sure you just meal prep all in one go where possible. So if I'm washing the pots, I'll prepare my meal at the same time, or like in this example, I made my meal 4, so I've made 2 other meals I'm interested for the weekend, just to save me having to do it on them weekend days so I can spend time with Faye and that sort of thing. But yeah, just find better ways to do your time, that's what I'm saying. And then what I'll do on Sunday, which you've all seen before, is I'll prepare my vegetables for the entire week. Hello. Hello. Faye's walked through the door. Say hello, Faye. So what I do on Sunday is I prepare my vegetables for the entire week and my chicken and rice for 3 days. And then I do that every 3 days with chicken and rice. So that's what I do for meal prep. I find it's the best for me. I still prepare my oats in the evening, which I'll see later, fresh. And I still like prepare my yogurt meals fresh, but where I can, I'll have things prepared. Cream of rice, I have cold anyway, so that'll be in the fridge. And that's that. I'm gonna enjoy this. Probably watch a bit of TV now, Faye's home, and then I'll catch you guys for the last meal. So that meal was very, very nice. I only finished it 20 minutes ago. And then Faye reminded me that I need to eat this last meal soon because we have to be in bed early because we've got to be up early tomorrow. So my last meal, as you can see here, is my famous oats and cream of rice mix. It's 70 grams of oats, 50 grams of cream of rice, 10 grams of 100% dark chocolate, more almond butter and an apple, and then obviously chocolate orange perform whey protein. I just prefer the consistency of mixing cream of rice and oats together. It's plain just ground rice. The dark chocolate I'm using is, it's a manky pack now, Montezuma's. So it's just, dark chocolate's nice, but after like 80%, it's just not as nice on its own. But when it's with stuff like sweet protein powder, it's so much nicer being just like super dark. The bitterness kind of counteracts. The whole bowl comes to like 800 grams of food. So it's a lot of food when I'm not that hungry. So I'm hoping it digests in time for sleep. And if it doesn't, I'll just do 10 minutes of steps. But that's it for today. That's like a full day of eating on a rest day. It was slightly different to normal. I wouldn't usually have the tuna pasta, but other than that, it's very similar to what I have on a rest day. I just swap out some meals with very similar things. So it's basically a meat and a carb sauce with them veg. Fat's kind of full where they fall. Otherwise, I add extra dark chocolate and that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's it. It's a full day of eating. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.